So there's a paper out there called Status of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, implementation of this Sentinel project. So this was launched in 2000, so basically after September 11, kind of, because they had realized, we had all the information. We had islands of knowledge, but we didn't connect the dots correctly. And if we would have done this, we might have been able to prevent that. So they started the Sentinel project. And it was, I'm not sure if I remember all the numbers correctly, but it was scheduled to take a couple of years, maybe 5 years, and like $500 million. And many years in, they had already spent $450 million and they couldn't show anything. There was nothing really working there. They had 500 people working on that, and it was like this big bloated engagement. And essentially, it's taxpayers' money. So in the US, you basically have to appear in, I think it was Congress, and basically have a question what's going on there. And as a result, they basically went to Agile. And there's another paper out there, the interim report on the Federal Bureau of Investigation's implementation of the Sentinel project. So what happens is they went from 500 developers down to 50. I think it was even the Watergate building. So basically they rented the basement and they put those 50 people in there, like in a war room setup, like co-location, which is overall a good practice. And essentially they were asking all those agencies, what is the first, essentially was about connecting data points. What is the first thing which is really important for you? And they said, well, for us, that would be great. And they just said, okay, let's ignore everything else. Let's just implement that. And they did that. And maybe, let's say, it took them a month or maybe 2 months. And then they gave it back to them. And this was just a small fraction of the overall objective of the Sentinel project. But hey, it was there and it was working. And it was done increment, if you would use Scrum in language. When I heard about the Sentinel project, somebody talked me about that, and because it's taxpayers' money, so all the documentation about it is publicly available. So I just basically found it on the internet. And what I really found amazing about it is that it's the government. I mean, I don't think we associate government with agility, and I was really impressed that. Because if you go into this paper, and especially the follow-up one from 2012, and you look for the word Agile, and let me just do this here quickly. It appears on 11 pages a couple of times. And this whole thing has like 40 pages something. So it's kind of like, but it appears on 11 pages. They talk about Agile. Using an Agile development approach, Agile methodology, it appears everywhere. And the way if you read this paper, they really understood the benefits of that. And it's not only that in this regard, they were doing that. It's even like the military, because they wasted so much money on software projects that they also realized that. And they changed their software development processes to more Agile ones as well.